Hey guys, so we are 4 weeks into this Strongest Families Institute, the parent coaching session that my husband Harrison and I are doing. This week, it's all about getting kids ready for transition. So they call it Prepare Children for Changes. There's two main strategies that they talk about this week. The first one being using warnings, so giving like a time reference about how much time is left. And the other one is when and then statements. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about each of those. So the reason we would do this is when kids are doing a fun activity, they don't really want to stop. So when you all of a sudden say, hey, time to go and do your schoolwork that we're doing now, that's not a motivator a lot of the time for my kids. So giving a warning of, okay, in 10 minutes, it's time to clean up and get ready for our school day. Now it's 5 minutes, it's time to clean up. Okay, you guys, you have 1 more minute left and then you're coming up here. A couple of ways that I'm trying to be consistent about the timing is from one of my teaching days, I have one of these visual timers. So the boys right now have 20 minutes left of playtime. So my goal is at 10 minutes, I'm going to say, okay guys, 10 minutes, then we're coming up for school time, 5 minutes and 1 minute. You could use egg timers, you could use the timer on your phone, like there's lots of different options, but just like a consistent warning. I'm not very good at 10, 5, and 1. That's not, so I'm trying to make that a goal this week. I generally am a 5-minute warning person. Okay, 5 minutes left, guys. But this is something that we consistently do in our family. So hopefully it won't be too much, but maybe giving a couple extra warnings might move things along a little faster. The other thing that we were talking about is when and then. So instead of saying, if you do this, then you can do that, we are trying to focus on saying, when you do something, then you get a reward. So when you do a less fun activity or a task that you need to do, then this is what happens next. When you brush your teeth and put your dishes in the dishwasher, then you get to go play. We just had this conversation with Maverick. When you've read your 2 books, Kane, for your teacher, then we can do some of the work on the iPad that you would like to do. So when and then. In my class and in schools, we talked a lot about first then. This is just similar, but not using if and maybe. If you do something, then maybe we can do this. That's not very consistent. So a couple of the reminders that they give kind of focus back on what's happened in the past weeks. So when you start this idea, getting your child's attention, noticing the good, and making eye contact. That's from week 1. When you're doing the change warning, calmly saying it, say when it's going to happen and what's happening next. Ignore complaining, still working on that. Walk away to avoid an argument and change your thoughts and stay calm. So that's kind of bringing in all 3 weeks of what we've been talking about so far. Tell your kid when the time's up. And then if you need to, use a when then statement to encourage your child. So let's think about just right now. Giving that 10-minute warning, when we get down to 0, telling the kids, if it's still an issue, then when you come up and we get this reading stuff done, then we are going to have your free choice on the iPad of brain food. Follow through. If this is not happening, then we use the when and then statement again and not giving in. And then making sure to reward your child with that then statement and praising the first time that they are actually listening. So I do like this program because it's building on the skills that they've started with. So they start really basic and just keep moving it up. And it's, again, just really good reminders. So for this week with our crew, they wanted us to think about 2 times that we're doing change warnings. For me, it's really going to be screen time when it's almost done. The other one is going to be getting ready to go outside or to do our deliveries that we're doing. So those times. As for the when and then, the 2 statements we're thinking about the most this week is when you clean up your room or your toys or dishes, then you can have your free choice time. When you do your like classroom seat work kind of thing, then you can have Khan Academy Kids or Starfall. So just getting the less fun task out of the way first. This really didn't work yesterday. I had to have a meeting in the morning on the phone, so I gave them the screen time first, and obviously that was complete backfire. Amazing. Hope you are having a better day. Yeah, I'll talk to you later.